In this video, I want to explain to you why it is better to have a buyer's mindset when going for a job interview. I wanted to make this video for quite a while now. It's going to be a chit-chat video, and this is because I helped a number of people preparing for job interviews, and during the time my interaction with these people, I realize, the amount of pressure that is on them to make a good impression when they are going for this interview, the amount of preparation that it takes, for them to get ready to face these different processes and these different people. And of course, that's normal. When you're going for a job interview, you need to prepare yourself in terms of your communication skills, in terms of the question that they might ask you. You need to prepare yourself. And of course, that's perfectly normal. However, what I think is missing mainly is that people, they don't understand that, of course, you are going to sell something, which is your time and your expertise, and these people that are interviewing you, they are buying your time and your expertise, so they are buyers of this. However, you are also selling something. You are also selling your time, you are also selling your expertise, and you in return, you're buying the job, you're buying the colleagues, you're buying the work environment that you will be working throughout the year 5 times a week. And that's important for you to also, when going for this interview, have this mindset that I also have to evaluate the company and understand whether what they are offering me matches my criteria. One of the examples of the people that I helped was a young gentleman, very smart and with a great character. And usually when I see these two aspects in someone, having a great character and being intelligent and smart, I straightly tell them, just forget the job and go and build your own empire. However, when I faced with this guy, he told me that, Hediye, this is my dream job. And dream job is like a big statement. So I just told him that, listen, these people, if they are smart enough, they're going to hire you and they're going to make sure to incentivize you to stay within the job. So he went, and of course he got the job, and 3 months down into the job, he called me, and when I saw his name on the phone, I said, okay, so I will have some good news. And to my surprise, he told me that, Hediye, it's a nut house. I said, what do you mean? He said, the problem is that, within the department that he was working, there was a guy who was leading the team, and he had some issues delegating works to others. He was basically hiding information from some teammates and not sharing all the information with everyone. And that was creating a lot of conflict within the team. So he told me this, and one thing that really got my attention was that he told me that within the past 12 months, 5 people, before he joined the company, 5 people had already left that department. Out of 12 people that are needed within that team, 5 people left and they were replaced. And he was one of them, basically. And I told him, wow, that's such a, great information that any candidate should have when they're applying for a job, because it's kind of give you an indication of what's going on within that company, what's going on within that department. For the case of my friend, if you do the math, you have 5 people within 12 months that left a team which are composed of 12 people. So in terms of the retention rate, there is a metric that is basically monitored by HR department in most companies. It's called employee retention rate. And if you do the calculation of this metric, it was around like 58%, right? So it's 7 over 12. And so I said, when you see this metric 58%, you know that something going on in that department. There is some dynamic going on, whether it can be positive, meaning that the management restructuring, so they are trying to kind of restructure the team and hire more productive and smarter and more intelligent people. Or it can be negative, like the case of my friend, when there is a toxic environment and people, when they see that, they don't have any prospect to grow, they leave, the company, right? So that's an important piece of information that I was thinking maybe when you are going for a job interview, it's a good information to ask and to have, and of course, I just gave this as an example. My point here is not to ask this question when you are on the job interview. My point is that when you're going for a job interview, also have this mindset that you also have questions to ask. You also want to evaluate the company, and you're going to take the opportunity of the interview to ask your questions. However, before you want to ask the right question, you might want to meditate on what is it that you really want from a job. That's why I recommend you to just sit down on your own and get a piece of paper, a notepad, and start writing in present term what is it that you require from a job. Just kind of imagine and visualize your dream job environment and just start writing without any limitation. Just for example, say I want my work environment to be like vast, to be green. I want to have the possibility to work from home. I want my teammates to be very, kind of friendly and to have a very friendly work environment with my teammate. I want my supervisor to be understanding, to be encouraging. I want training on the job. So whatever is it that you require from a job, just write it down for yourself. Just take the time to understand what is it that you really want from a job. Once you have done that, you know what are your priorities. You know what is it that you are looking for and what is it that you don't want and you cannot tolerate. Also write them down. And then when you're applying for a job, just try to see whether you can find the information from the website of the company, from the people that are working within the company. If you can find on LinkedIn or however you can find the profile of the people that are working for that company and see, and have a look at them and see whether, this ideal job and work environment matches with what this company is and the value of this company, the work environment of this company and this team. And also, if you see that you cannot find the information online or from people, just, take the opportunity during the job interview to ask the questions. Of course, you need to work on your communication skills. Of course, you need to be careful how you pose the question, how you ask for the information that you need so that it's not insulting, it's not aggressive. However, they should be genuine questions. Sometimes I read online that people are saying that 5 questions that you can ask, during the job interview. And again, this is imposing the mentality that you are going for the job interview to just impress. Of course, you impress, but you also take the opportunity where there is a section where there is the time when they ask you to ask your question. This is not the time to impress. This is the time to really get the information that you need from the interviewer. So take, the time to prepare your question, but not the question that you want to impress, the question, the genuine question and the genuine information that you require in order to evaluate whether that company suits your values or not. And also having this mindset when you're preparing yourself to go for an interview is also going to boost your self-confidence, that you are not going there to be judged only, you're also going there to judge. So they also need to prepare themselves for the questions that you are going to ask them. So that was it for me for this video, for this chit chat video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you and bye. If you want to learn how to build better financial models, check out my online course on financial model spreadsheet design at courses.phoenixmode.com.